elenasbarre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far. She'll help improve your fitness, but there's also so much more. 'Cause here are just a few things that this channel has in store. There's barre and there's Pilates and there's belly dancing too, and many styles of yoga, so I'm sure there's one for you. Then watch her practice piano string from right within her home. She's in such big condition, she'll outrun the metronome. elenasbarre, elenasbarre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far. It's not just the piano, but the ukulele too. The guitar and violin are even more that she can do. She does so many different things, it's hard not to lose track. I nearly didn't mention that she posts on her Substack. elenasbarre, elenasbarre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far. Yet controversial topics may be brought up for discussion, but try not to provoke her or she'll swear at you in Russian. And sometimes certain topics can make quite a big impression, so remember you take part at your own risk and your discretion. elenasbarre, elenasbarre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far. You might even meet Anitta if you're quite a loyal fan. She's got a fixed male cat, but she's so desperate for a man. We've really got it all, then you couldn't ask for more. So sit right back and watch Elena shave a 3 or 4. elenasbarre, elenasbarre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far.
Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Elena's Bar and the Resurgence of Sanity. Today I'm with Steve. Hi, Steve. Great to see you.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Yes, today we have a very interesting topic, guys. I wanted to talk about hypergamy for quite some time. And before we start, remember to please join us and leave your comments. Remember to please like and subscribe to the channel, and also go follow the Resurgence of Sanity. Let me quickly mention our schedule so that we get over with it and then we move on. Okay, so we have controversial discussions on Saturdays that you are welcome to participate in. If you want to join us and express your thoughts and opinions, just say so in the comments and I'll share the link with you. And then we have occasional interesting interviews on Tuesdays on my channel, and then from Monday through Friday we have different fitness workouts. And on Mondays and Wednesdays, guys on the Resurgence of Sanity have very good topics, so you can please go follow and subscribe to the Resurgence of Sanity as well. Okay, so yeah, Steve, let's get straight into it. What is hypergamy?
Well, before we do that, why don't you post the stream link? Because if someone else wants to join us for this, that'd be great.
Okay.
I mean, you were trying to recruit others, but everybody was busy. So
yeah, I know.
Somebody listening wants to come up.
Yeah. We would love to have more people. So if you're interested, guys, please call in. Okay, the link is here. I just shared it in the chat. Okay, cool. Well, let's begin, Steve. I know that in the Red Pill we talk a lot about hypergamy this, hypergamy that, all women have it. So, yeah.
Do all women have hypergamy?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Well,
I would say only that maybe the mentally broken one, they are not that interested in marrying up or settling down with the men who has more resources than them. I've seen those women, and it just doesn't end well for them.
Yeah. So if a woman marries down, it doesn't end well.
It doesn't end well. I've seen examples.
Yeah.
I've seen real life examples of that.
So are you saying like the woman who gets married to her first husband, and then, I don't know, she does that for 7 to 10, 12 years and has a couple kids, and she's maybe thinking about her career, and that's important. So she makes a bit of money. She gets in her 30s, maybe even up to 40, and she thinks she's hot shit. And the boss babe mentality. And then to prove that she still has it, she finds a younger man, years younger. I got it because I can get this younger man. Of course, he doesn't have the prestige, and he's not at the same point in his career as she is. Man, she can have her boy toy, and she can be the boss babe in the relationship. Is that what you're talking about? Those don't end well. I've seen that.
And also, well, this is what older women are doing, and I've also seen younger women. They think that they don't need a man who doesn't provide for them. Although, like they say that they don't, but their behavior suggests otherwise usually. But there are cases where women are very stubborn and they say, I can make my own money, I don't need the man to provide for me, and I'm only looking at it from financial standpoint right now. So they would settle with the man who makes less money than them, but then what it means that they have to hustle and they also have to work because their husband, they pick the man who is incapable of providing for the woman. And so once they start having kids, it applies more to younger women, Steve. Then they start hating on this man because the money that they were making together when she was working, it's no longer enough. And she gets mad and frustrated. And then usually what happens is that they divorce when kids are still very young.
So whatever decision a woman makes, aren't we critical of that?
Of your decisions? Yes.
Yeah, okay. She got married at 19. Oh, no, that's way too young. You don't even know yourself yet. So she gets criticized. She chooses not to go to college and just be a stay-at-home mom. Oh, you're wasting your life. Okay, so she gets criticized. The woman who goes to college and gets a degree, has her fun, and then approaches 30, 28. Now she wants to get married. She's got all this debt and, career isn't going as good. Gee, we can criticize her for the choices she made. Now the woman who gets in the middle and marries, she married a man 10 years older than her. And, you're just age gap relationship. And so we're critical of her.
Yeah.
And the woman who is in her 40s and never married and a career woman. And now she wants to get married and she wants a man not much older than her, maybe younger. Oh, we're critical of her. Is there anything a woman can do that doesn't result in her being criticized for her decisions?
That's a good question. I don't know, actually. I think it depends on the outcomes that she's going to have, and yeah, whatever you do, basically, if you leave, you're going to, if you make a series of bad choices that lead you to bad outcomes, then yeah, you probably will be criticized. But if you have a decent family as a result, and kids are being raised well, then it's like, why?
Okay, so not to single out women. Now let's go through a man. Okay, he's a young man. He's floundering around when he's 18, 19, doesn't know what he wants to do, and doesn't get a good job or plays video games. Oh, we're critical of him. Oh, and then, okay, now he wants to do something. And so he goes into the trades and he makes some money, but maybe he doesn't get the high end stuff. Or maybe he does go to trade school. Now he's HVAC technician. He's just a trades guy. Imagine what he could have done if he'd have gotten a college degree. Even though he's making good money, women are not going to look at him as great marriage material. Mm-hmm. Or the guy who, does have the high job, but he's just kind of the playboy, and, he spins plates and chases a lot of women without settling down. Oh, we're going to criticize him. Or the guy who, he's the nice guy. He's the guy who married the women, and he's a woman. He's a good provider. And then he gets divorced, or she divorces him. And he's, 30 to 35. Well, it's his fault, obviously, because he married the wrong woman, or he didn't manage his affairs, or he's too nice and too accommodating, or whatever. So he gets criticized. Or a man who is like me, an old guy, twice divorced. Oh, man. Yeah, that guy makes some mistakes in life. We're going to criticize him. Hey, the point is, no matter what you do, you're going to be criticized.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's, we're not singling out women for bad decisions. Men make bad decisions too. And sometimes things just happen that put you in a position that you never asked for or wanted. It doesn't mean that maybe some of your past decisions and things and deficiencies or failings didn't contribute to it happening. You still might not be at fault. Or maybe you are at fault. I don't know. But don't rely on the world to tell you. You're going to, and then we go into rationalization. No, you can't do the rationalization because that's emotional thinking. You have to actually do some soul seeking and some study and, get someone who can be honest with you. And instead of excusing where you're at, you have to look at it. But we're kind of getting off track here. Let's go back to the definition of hypergamy.
Okay, shall I bring up the screen? Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah. Can you
zoom it? Okay.
Zoom in.
Oh, wait. I did something. I'm not sure how to do it, Steve.
Oh,
full screen layout. Okay. Is it better?
Well, yeah, but can you do the you have an Apple or a Windows computer?
Do
you know the trick of holding down the control key and then moving the scroll wheel on your mouse?
Yeah, I can, but it completely Oh gosh, we don't have Plutarch here, so
Oh.
I'm sorry, Steve. This is probably the best I can do.
Yeah.
I can read it too. You can open a separate window here. So
Okay, hold on. We'll do it the other way.
oh, you're trying to share it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How's
Oh,
that?
nice. Okay, that's good.
Okay, why don't you read it and I'll scroll.
Okay, hypergamy is dating up or marrying up is a term used in social science for the act or practice of a person dating or marrying a spouse of higher social status or sexual capital than themselves, and continually attempting to replace their current partner with someone they deem superior. Oh, that explains the alpha seed beta need, sort of. Yeah, and also the mate switching hypothesis. The antonym hypogamy refers to the inverse.
Hypogamy. Notice the difference. One is HYPER, and this is HYPO. So it's a different suffix, which is the opposite.
Okay. So how do you say it again?
Hypogamy. Hypogamy.
Hypogamy. Okay. Refers to the inverse, marrying a person of low social status, colloquially marrying down. Both terms were invented in the Indian subcontinent in the 19th century while translating classical Hindu law books, which used the Sanskrit term Anuloma and Pratiloma, respectively, for the two concepts. And then it dives into hypogamy. Hypogamy. Am I saying it right?
Hypergamy.
Hypogamy is used to describe the overall practice of women marrying up, since men would be marrying down.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, men really don't care if he's nice, as she's attractive and pleasant to be around, and she's a barista at Starbucks, and he makes good money. He doesn't really care.
Right. Well,
so I guess that
he probably cares more about her looks,
Probably,
and,
yeah.
It's more her appearance and her attitude.
Okay, so one study found that women are more selective in their choice of marriage partners than are men. Probably true. A study done at the University of Minnesota in 2017 found that females generally prefer dominant males as mates. Okay. Oh, wait. If it says generally, this is a generalization. And yes, women are attracted to dominant males. Oh, but not all women want that. Yeah, okay. That's the nature of a generalization. Means most, but not all.
Yeah.
Women really have a problem. Well, the women that have a problem with that will immediately jump in and say, yes, but not all women, so therefore it's not true. Okay, honey. Gee, do you want to have a conversation or not?
She wants to be right, Steve.
Okay.
If she doesn't see herself as hypogamous, and all of the evidence she's going to bring, it's going to be anecdotal evidence, basically.
But yeah, okay. So the implications of that is nobody can know anything about anything because everything is different from everything else. And so each case is its own thing. So you can't decide anything in general as generalization because my case is different.
Yeah, right.
Well, how much mental effort is that going to take? Because now you got to go through life and nothing in the past relates to anything in the present. Nothing anybody else does relates to this situation. So I have to figure out everything myself because my situation is different. And any situation from the past that might relate to this situation is different. So that experience doesn't apply.
Yeah.
So it's wacky. Now, let's just stick with the generalization. So I want to stop screen. I'm going to present a different one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a short one. Urban Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like this. This is from Urban Dictionary. So it's just my opinion. It's by Observer, October 22nd, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So he says hypergamy, an evolutionary psychology theory that beta males and feminists refuse to look at or even acknowledge exist. They will usually blame MGTOW and MRA community for making up, but that just shows their lack of research. Even though these same groups will tell their detractors or opponents to do your own research or educate yourself. The theory itself is a study that women seek higher status men and men with more resources to give her seed to the best possible mate. There is nothing inherently wrong with this, but left unchecked can cause societal problems. And then here's the example. A woman rejecting a man with a lower paying salary. This is a sign of hypergamy. She doesn't want to date and get married to a cashier who is barely making ends meet. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's kind of common sense. You want to marry someone who is able to provide for any future children.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, what if you don't want to have children? What if you're just, out?
If you just want to have a mate. Well, and this is what I see happens with younger women. They're being told that, okay, don't have kids, pursue your career, focus on yourself. And then they do it. They follow this advice. And then they just want a mate for a company or for other reasons, just to have sex with somebody, some emotional tampon who they can't really rely on for provision because they can do it all themselves. But women can get knocked up anytime, and if they don't protect, if they don't use the hormonal birth control or other means of protection, then sorry, you can get pregnant anytime. And then what will you do?
Yeah, but even women just randomly dating, they don't want to date a loser. They still even want to date or even hook up with a man of perceived higher status. Now, maybe it's just that he's got a great body and he's just handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he's got a lot of money and then he can spend that money on her. That'd be fine. But she's still not even going to really give the time of day to working at McDonald's, even if she's not looking to get married. I mean, a woman wants to look up to a man. She wants that 6 foot tall man.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she's shorter, yeah, she wants to look up to him. That's looking up means she wants to feel small beside him. want him to be more dominant and physical, be able to protect her and provide. And it's, it's just there all the time with the men she chooses. And is there anything wrong with that?
No, because it's biology. This is our nature. There is nothing wrong with it. I'm having a problem with women who say that I don't need all of that. I can handle it all myself. All I need is just some fuck buddy, that I can spend some time with. Women don't view relationships in a serious way, and they expect men to commit and to do all of the traditional things. Even when they select a man, they are not selecting a man based on the rational criteria. From a biological standpoint, that would turn out better for them in the long run.
Yeah, okay. So hypergamy exists. Since it exists, it's just part of human nature.
Mm-hmm.
Women's nature, and then men's nature is to marry down, and not marry down means he doesn't really care about her social status in most cases. So it just exists. That doesn't mean it's bad. But now I'm calling that in the dating mate selection way. Okay, so now they make a commitment, get married, the contract between the two, oath till death do us part, for better or for worse. Okay, that point, she really should set her hypergamy aside. Okay, you made your choice.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in this now.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looking to trade up.
Yeah. Well, this is what I call controlled hypergamy, when a woman has self-discipline to say, I'm settled, I'm good, I spread my legs for this man, I decided to marry him, I married him, then I'm not looking at anybody else, because he's the best man I can do. And this is the problem that we have today. We are so diving into this. Oh, women are so hypergamous. They will always trade up. They will always flip you and replace you with a better mate. If you're not a super alpha, you're not going to get it. She's going to replace you. There is something wrong with this.
Well, yeah, but okay, from a man's standpoint, made a commitment. And then let's say 4 or 5 years in, he says, gee, she's not the best I could have done. But she's the one I chose. She's the one I committed to. And so I have to fulfill my commitment. Yeah, had I known more about her, maybe I would have chose differently, but this is where I'm at. So, okay, certainly some men may leave at that point, but everybody has these thoughts, both men and women. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed in the choice I made, but here I am, and I need to make the best of it. Women, I believe that women more often than men will act upon that and separate, whereas men will say, well, yeah, that's the choice I made, so now I'm committed.
Accountability for their own choices.
Accountability and taking responsibility.
And responsibility too. Yeah.
So at that point, hypergamy could be a bad thing. Well, is a bad thing, I guess, if she's committed to the man. But if she chooses to leave him, should we blame that on hypergamy, or should we blame that or call it rebellion? Or could it be either? Okay. Could it be, oh, she wants a better man and finds a better man, or thinks I could do better, so hypergamy causes her to file for divorce? Or could it be just rebellion, some unaddressed guilt or something inside her that causes her to just lose respect for the man, have contempt for him, and want him out of her life, and then make him pay for how she feels? Even though at that point she's not looking for another man. That happens. Well, in that case, you can't blame that divorce on her hypergamy. You have to say that's just rebellion.
Isn't it most cases today how divorces are starting? Because women start most of the divorces today.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is the case almost.
Well, they blame it all on man. They say, oh, he didn't make me feel good. He didn't make me happy. So I'll find a man who will make me happy. All of this happy crap, it's based on emotions, on her feelings.
Yeah. There's a phrase or a term from way back in the manosphere days.
Okay.
Isn't used much anymore, but it was so common to describe this. Have you ever heard of the rationalization hamster?
Yes, actually.
I mean, hardly anybody talks about it anymore or describes it. But there was this, I wouldn't call it a theory. I'd call it like an explanation about, okay, women have this rationalization hamster. We have this vision of, you watch the hamster in the cage, in the wheel.
Yeah.
He gets on the wheel and he's spinning around and around, going nowhere, just spinning, spinning, spinning. Well, that was the model that in the early days of the manosphere, that described women's behavior. They just got a hamster
That's
running
so
around their
weird.
wheel up in their head and just spinning whatever rationalization she wants to justify and rationalize her decisions.
Wow. Why don't we see this term being used in the manosphere anymore? Because it does describe female behavior. I've noticed the shift, I've noticed the transition, and I'm talking about the popular red pill, that we in the red pill are pandering towards women. You're like, oh, if she left you, it must be something that men did wrong. It can't be that she's rationalizing, she's just making a series of bad choices.
Yeah, well, the idea of the rationalization hamster just makes so much sense. It's such a simple concept. When you say, well, common sense is this, but she's making these wacky decisions that make no sense, and then she tells all her girlfriends and the world, well, this is why I'm doing it. And she contrives some kind of narrative to justify her decisions and make excuses for. And, okay, these can get very extensive. And a lot of times it has no basis in reality, can't be confirmed with facts or actual events. Based on her feelings, oh, wow, that's rationalization. And she's had that little hamster just running overtime, spinning that wheel in her head to come up with this whole thing.
Wow.
Now, that's such a simple concept. And, if you explain it to men, they go, yeah, wow, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I have a question for you. What do you think about the delusional calculator that men in the manosphere often bring up to women when they say, "Is he really the best that I could do?" Like, imagine a married woman and she's questioning her own decision. She's been married for like a few months, maybe a couple of years, and then she is asking herself, and maybe
I think it's great because it reveals the rationalization hamster. So you've seen those where he comes in, okay. I mean, Rich Cooper has done this and others. Okay, what are your criteria? Oh, I'm 38 and I want to have kids. I need to get married. Okay. Well, what kind of man do you want? Well, I want a man that's 36 to 42, and he should be making $100,000. Yeah, really, he needs to be taller than me. Well, how tall? Oh, 6 foot to 6'1". Well, how tall are you? Well, I'm 5'5". Okay. Now what else do you need? Well, he's got to be fit. He's got to be in decent shape.
What's your
what
shape?
If he's balding? Her shape is she's shaped like an apple.
Okay.
And then, well, what if he's getting a little bit thin on top? No, he has to have good hair. Okay. So they'll go through the delusion calculator. Say, well, yeah, for that, when you add all those factors in, and it comes down to 8% of men. Oh, 8%. Well, yeah. So does it make sense for you to think you're going to get that kind of man?
Yeah, totally, because I deserve one.
Absolutely. That means he exists. And you know what? That's just statistics. That doesn't mean what's going to happen to me.
Right.
Well, honey, wait, that man that you're looking for that meets that criteria, that 8%, yeah, he's fine enough that he can get a 25-year-old woman who is way more fertile than you, probably more pleasant to deal with, can easily have more kids than you. And so that's where he's going to go. Oh, no, I can still get that one. Well, you want to have kids and you're 38? Well, yeah. How many kids do you want to have? Well, 2. Okay. Have you heard of geriatric pregnancy? Well, all kinds of women have kids in their 40s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, no, not all kinds. Some. Sometimes it takes a lot of money in medical treatment. Yeah, you could. It can happen.
But they expect a man to pay for it.
So, okay. So, all this is statistically showing her where she's at. And you put the data in her brain, rationalization hamster starts spinning. Yeah, well, that's generally true, but that might not apply to me. I'm still great. I can still have my...
Yeah, I'm special and unique. Remember, they are all goddesses. This is what they've been told for their entire life. Of course, they think in their mind that they deserve this Prince Charming that matches all of the 6s in there. Doesn't matter her shape, doesn't matter her attitude. Remember, she's perfect the way she is. How dare you to doubt yourself? Wow, this is just crazy. This is where I see the uncontrolled hypergamy leads us to. Women just, their delusions and entitlement that they have, they can't control their own hypogamous nature. So when even when they have a decent guy, like they still, is he really the best that I can do? If he committed to you, and if you've attracted him, if you spread your legs, if you especially popped up a few kids, yeah, absolutely, he is 100% the best you can do. Why are we not saying this in the red pill? Why are we saying, well, go check the delusional calculator here and like see what kind of points that you want him to have? Like, it's still pandering towards your desires. It's still pandering towards your delusions. Why don't we just say, yes, ma'am, absolutely. You got your pie. That's it. You are accountable and responsible for your own decisions. You've committed to this man.
Okay, it depends on how you're looking at it.
Okay.
You have a problem with the delusional calculator, and I think it's great. Okay, you're approaching it like a woman.
Yes.
I'm approaching it like a man.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just, here's my observation. Okay, a married woman thinking, gee, is he the best I can have? She goes to the delusional calculator, and okay, the criteria of my man says he's in the top 20% of men. He makes okay money, better than average. He's only 5'10" and a half, and he's not particularly got a great body, and all these things, whatever, race, whatever. So he comes out, okay, he's in the top 20% of men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so damn, your guy is better. He's like a 1 in 5 man.
Do you think women will view it that way?
Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, you got to pick 5 men, and put them in a group. And of those 5, you have the best man of those 5.
Yeah.
That's how a man looks at it and says, yeah, damn, that's pretty good. But now the woman will look at it and say, oh, man, he's only in the top 20%. Okay, out of 100 men, yeah, he's in the top 20. That means there are 19 men that are better than him.
Mm-hmm.
I could have got one of those 19 men.
Yes.
Instead of Mr. Number 20.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, it's still the same data. It's how you're looking at the data.
How you look at it. And
so,
I think
from the delusional calculator, if it says, hey, there is a possibility out there that I could have done better, maybe that's what the women are focusing on. Instead of a man saying, damn, I did pretty well. It's like you ask a man, what is your shopping list for a woman? And he'll give maybe 5 criteria, and she's got 4 of them, but not 5. Yeah, okay, she's 80% of what I set out to get, and that's pretty good. I'll settle for that.
Yeah.
But the woman has 13 criteria, and he only meets 11 of the 13. Oh, man, he's not good enough for me.
Exactly.
She's not willing to settle for anything less than everything she wants, because someone else out there might have all 13 items. And I can go to the delusional calculator and, oh, yeah, there are 3% of men out there who have that.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the joke about the husband store?
Husbands don't know. Tell me.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. So you just talk about what I just said there, the perspective of
The perspective of how she views this data. Same data,
yeah.
men and women are going to view differently. And yeah, like I understand the purpose of the delusional calculator, but women are not looking at it from the same way as men do. And then when you send them to the delusional calculator, they will only probably view the potential that they could have done better. And if their husband is missing one point, like you mentioned before, she's not going to think that he's the best that she can do, because she could get 100 of everything, and instead she only gets maybe like 80 or 70%. Okay, is it this one, Steve?
Yeah.
Are you still looking for it? Okay.
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Okay.
Oh, do you want to zoom it in or no? It's fine.
That's about the best I can do.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this is a great joke. A store that sells new husbands has opened up in Melbourne. Well, I guess this is an Aussie telling the joke. It could be an easy. Where a woman may go to choose a husband. Among the instructions at the entrance is a description of how the store operates. You may visit this store only once. There are 6 floors, and the value of the products increase as the shopper ascends the flights. The shopper may choose any item from a particular floor, or may choose to go up to the next floor, but you cannot go back down except to exit the building. So a woman goes to the husband store to find a husband. The first floor, the sign on the door reads, "These men have jobs." She's intrigued. But continues to the second floor, where the sign reads, "These men have jobs and love kids." That's nice, she thinks, but I want more. So she continues upward. The third floor sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Wow, she thinks, but feels compelled to keep going. She goes to the fourth floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead good looking, and help with housework." "Oh, mercy me," she exclaims. "I can hardly stand it." Still, she goes to the fifth floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead gorgeous, help with housework, and have a strong romantic streak." So she is so tempted to stay, but she goes to the sixth floor where the sign reads, "You are the 31,456 woman to visit this floor. There are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please. Thank you for shopping at the husband store."
This is awesome.
Okay, to avoid gender bias charges, the store's owner opened a new wives store across the street. The first floor has wives that love sex. The second floor has wives that love sex, have money, and like beer. The third, fourth, fifth, and sixth floors have never been visited.
Wow. That's just so true. Eventually they do run out of options, any options that they have. And look, because they are so delusional, and I keep coming back to this, it's the mindset. They are delusional. They think that they deserve and they are entitled to the best men they can get when they are land whales, when they have crappy personality themselves, when they are old and ugly.
Okay, but the rationalization hamster says, God loves me just the way I am. I am lovable because God loves me. I don't need to change or improve to get a better man because God loves me so much just the way I am. there will be the perfect man out there who will love me just for how I am now.
Well, and this is why all of them pick Jesus. Jesus is my boyfriend. So Jesus is in the mind of feminists, okay, Steve? He is practicing polygyny, I guess. He's married and he's dating so many girls out there in the abstract, mind.
Yep.
Wow. Instead of
I can't believe you've never heard about the husband store joke.
I've heard it somewhere. I just didn't see like the actual. Yeah, I knew that they eventually run out of options, but yeah, it's interesting.
Doesn't that exactly relate to the delusion calculator?
Yeah. They all want to, and because see, church told them that, yeah, ladies, you can have everything. You can have a cake and eat it too. And even if you are a run-through whore, we will give you the second virginity status. You can still get the man that you deserve. Feeding straight into the delusion of women. Everything feeds into the delusions.
How that joke about men. Hey, wow. What is it? She loves sex. She has money. Likes beer. Well, you could change that. She loves sex. She's not up to her eyeballs in debt.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not a harpy.
Yeah, man's criteria is way more realistic and down to earth than women.
So that's why, back to what I said, how you look at this delusion calculator.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from a male standpoint, from a guy who shops at the wife store.
Yeah.
You're looking at it from a woman's perspective, a woman who shops at the husband store.
Well, but isn't it how most women are going to view it, Steve? I'm only bringing it up because I know how women think, okay? I won't necessarily view. This is why I'm not a fan of this delusional calculator, because it's there is no one way to look at it,
No. In picking your husband, you obviously didn't visit the 6th floor.
I didn't, and I don't want to. I know he's the best I can do, and I don't need to explore more options.
You found one of those. You found him on one of those other floors. Probably, I know him. He's probably.
He's already pretty high up there.
He's pretty high. I don't know. 4 or 5, floor 4 or 5, something like that. Okay. Damn, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one of these guys here. I mean, there's more to it. I'm just making a joke.
That's okay. Yeah.
You didn't have your criteria set so damn high that no man can is good enough for you. So that's a bit of a realism.
Yeah.
But you still understand this tendency to want more, want better. And you still kind of approach life or understanding other women that way. There's nothing wrong with that. But maybe you have a bit of self-discipline that you're not going to let that female nature rule your life and your decisions. Is that realistic? I mean, I guess I'm asking the question. What makes you different?
I made up my mind. I'm good with what I have. I've settled, and I don't need to search for more and for better. And this is what I think women are drastically missing today, because they are so feeding into their delusions, and everything tells them, oh, I rely on your feelings. And where do you think delusions come from? people just start doing things that they want to do instead of thinking rationally. They create a lot of mess for themselves, and then of course they become delusional and entitled. And this inability to say to yourself, okay, lady, I'm not perfect, okay, I don't have big teeth and ass, or whatever like the men might even want, right? I don't have this, I don't cook well, I don't do all sorts of things that a high quality man might want. So why don't I settle within the reasonable means, within the reasonably objective sexual market value of my own? So instead of picking a man who is a 10, and when I know that, let's say, I'm not a 10, right? I'm like maybe a 7 or whatever, But okay, then I will pick a man who is an 8, okay? But I'm not going to look at the man who is a 10.
You know what? Because a man who is a 10 still has options.
Right.
And the man who is a 10, even if he's married, is going to attract the attention of other women.
Of course.
And they're going to present him opportunities. So, do you want to go for that best man, the best absolute man you could get? Because every other woman is looking for that man. And he is going to be wanting to steal him or just have a piece of him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's what you want, hey, this is a common theme in the manosphere.
Yeah.
Get that high market value man. You might have to share him.
That's true.
Because I'm not condoning this. I'm just saying it's talked about. I think it happens.
Yeah.
You get more options. You have more opportunities.
Yeah.
People given opportunities are sometimes going to take those opportunities.
Well, and see, this comes down to also, I think it's related to when women say, oh, if men can do it, we can do it too. And if a man has options and he's spinning plates, he doesn't really want to settle, or maybe he settles, but he's always cycling through women and they are sharing him. They might also want to reserve the right for themselves to be like plates, but they also have the simpy army of dudes who are simping for these women who only want the best of the best out there. So even if a high value man dates them, it sets the idea that they are entitled to this man and they don't consider any other man around them. But they still have the simpy orbiters around them. Because if a man is not going to commit to a woman, even if he's a high status man, he has resources, right? She can still have her OnlyFans account. She can still do all of those things. She's just a plate. And women are okay with being plates for these guys. They are okay.
Some women
okay.
are.
Well, some women are. Yeah.
Not all women. Some women. Okay, some women have enough self-control or discipline, self-discipline over their hypergamy.
Yeah.
To realize, yeah, this is good for me. He's a good man for me. From a man's perspective, when he learns, hey, this is good enough, I'll settle for this. He goes, yay, I have something that's good enough and I'll settle.
Yeah.
I'm happy. When a woman hears that word settle, oh, I could have got something better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's still that different perspective. And so It's a perception issue. But you know what? I think we should cut the stream short right about now, because this is a good topic, and we should come back and discuss it some more. But what would be fun is to explore this topic some more with a panel with some other women, maybe a couple other guys, and have them watch this stream first, and then we'll do a continuation, because we need to get the opinion of other people to explore this. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. Yeah. Guys, if you're interested in joining us, please do reach out, and let's do it. Let's do it. It would be fascinating to see what people think. I don't think we will get a lot of women, though. I'm struggling getting women on. I really am. So if you know women, send them my way, please. I can get a few guys, but it's just the schedule today didn't work out for a few of them. So yeah, I will have a few guys, but yeah, women will be hard for me. So if you know a few women, Steve, invite them. Seriously.
Well, I'll see. I'll see if I can come up with somebody.
Somebody, yeah. Because yeah. they usually don't watch our shows anyway, for the most part. It's mostly men who are watching this kind of content, unfortunately. They don't even join for the fitness classes. I don't see a lot of women. So yeah, they go to the big panel. They go to the big panel shows, where they can get more exposure, more clout, more attention. Makes sense. Hypergamy. They
Right.
go where they can get more stuff, more, or even potential to get exposure in front of high status men, who would give them more resources, or maybe chase the simp army. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
We'll see. We'll see what we can do, guys. We'll see what we can do. Cool. Yeah, very interesting. A very interesting topic. We didn't get to talk about the mate switching hypothesis. I also want to talk about it.
we need more people for that.
Yeah,
one.
it will be more fun with more people.
Because I don't know. That topic doesn't really hold a lot of. I don't feel a need to talk about that one. So we need other people. I'll add my 2 cents, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's some things you care about, and other things, that one.
Not so much. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but hypergamy is a fascinating topic, guys, and we will try to get back to it soon. So if you're interested in joining us, please do reach out. Okay, I would love to talk to you before I put you here on a show, because I don't want any creeps and any trollers and, the men or women that haven't been verified. You know what I mean, right, Steve?
Yep.
So yeah, you need to reach out to me, guys, if you want to be here. DM me on Instagram, and we will have you on. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you, Steve. It was fun.
It was.
I'll see you all next time, guys. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. Join us for more discussions. Let me still go back and revisit our schedule here, so that you guys know what we are doing. We have deep dive conversations on Saturdays. Then we have occasional interviews on Tuesdays. On Mondays through Fridays, join me for the fitness classes. And on Mondays and Wednesdays, guys, on the resurgence of sanity, talking about very interesting topics. So please come join us and support the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel. Subscribe, okay? Cool. Well, let me take us out. Any final words?
Okay.
No?
No,
We've covered
definitely
it.
want to talk about this again. And we want some other opinions. Because, you know, more people with more opinions helps you explore a topic better.
Oh, it does. It does. I definitely enjoy having more people to look at it from different angles and different perspectives. So yeah, look forward to it, guys. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps a lot. And join us next time. Thank you, Steve. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Okay, we got a few comments here. Oh, Ashton is here. Great to see you. You are late again. You are. You'll go rewatch it. I think you might enjoy this show, Ashton. Okay, she's here. Cool. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
elenasbarre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far.